Well, let's go make a video. All the regular ceiling lights and so forth are off down here. Only the studio lights are on, so it's a little dark. This is how I do it. There is the studio setup. I'll go right over here, get in the chair, and we'll get started. And after we're done, I will show you the equipment, or as we go, however I edit it together. None of this is on script. That's what I get to see, my iPad, my big one, that gives me a script normally. Okay, for December 31st, 2021 video, this is a lineup check, a sound check, slide check, and all the rest of that. So, welcome to Zionville, folks. Mermaid baby, 4 legs, sleepy cats. We should be holy and without blame before him in love, Ephesians 1:4. Studio at start and studio now. Welcome and lighting. Very nice. Yes, welcome to Zionville on December 31st, 2021. Well, today I wanted to do something just a little different, something just off the top of my head. I'm not giving a sermon today, so I don't have a script to read on the teleprompter app here on the iPad Pro. Just going to talk about a few things about this ministry, which now is 4 months old. We started the last week of August, and it is now the last week of December. And according to my watch, we're something like 10 hours or so from New Year's Day on the east coast of the United States as we count time. So I want to welcome you again, as I said, and I'm sitting here in the chair as usual, but not dressed for a sermon. So what is it about YouTube? Well, YouTube, you know, is something where anybody can go on and speak their mind, show their videos and so forth, and I decided that I was going to try to do something for the Lord and for you rather than just waste time. Accordingly, my videos are about, well, they're not about mermaid babies, however cute they are. And by the way, these videos here that people make garner hundreds of thousands, even millions of views. Mine will never do that because what I'm trying to share with people, unfortunately, most people don't care about. They're not about women with 4 legs that wind up in the circus. They're not even about my sleepy cats, Kelly and Margot. Rather, they're about Jesus saving us from drowning in the waters of sin, and then learning that after that, we should be holy and without blame before him in love, Ephesians 1:4. So that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to make money. I'm never going to make money or anything like that. I'm just here to share the Bible with you. It's welcome to Zionville. Let's look into the Bible. And I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and tell your friends about this channel as well. Right now, this is the 35th video since we began back there in August, late August, with the introduction video, which you'll see at the bottom of the list of videos if you go to my page on YouTube. And it stars my cat, Donald. So he actually upstaged me, and that's fine. That's something the Lord did. I never could have arranged that like that. So watch the introduction and watch the testimonies and watch the other things, because I think you'll learn some things. And if you have questions or comments, leave them in the chat. That's what it's for. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So we're here to teach about Christ and learn the things of the Lord. Well, when I started, the studio looked like this, rather simple. I had a tripod, rather flimsy tripod with this iPad on it. I had a television monitor back here on which to put the slides, and I did that because I didn't want to do a lot of editing. I still do some. I might drop something in in addition to what I'm developing and recording in real time. But for the most part, I use the monitor just like a TV newscaster would do. And there is also this Blue Yeti microphone here that is excellent, and I have it mounted to a swing arm on a very heavy tripod, which I bought. I didn't have to buy too much for this. The monitor and a couple of tripods and the ring light, and as you'll see later, a second ring light. Here, I bought this tripod, and I was so thrilled with it, I called the company and told them this thing is wonderful. I mean, it is sturdy. It doesn't shake or anything. But there were a couple of parts missing, mounting parts and so on. So the gentleman sent me the parts. He said, I'll get them in the mail to you. Not only that, but he sent me another whole tripod just like this. And I thought, what am I going to do with this? And I called him and thanked him, and he says, well, just keep it. You'll use it someday. Well, it wasn't long before I realized that the skinny tripod you see in the picture here was not really enough to keep the iPad Pro steady from one video to the next. I always had to readjust and set up everything. So I realized I could use this heavy tripod for the iPad, and it will always be in the same spot. It wouldn't move. I just pop it in and everything's lined up, and that's exactly what I did with it. So I thank the Lord for that. The ring light, originally, I had the iPad Pro in the middle of that, but that's pretty hard to do when you have a monitor back here to keep reflections off the screen. So I had to can that idea. It's not something I could continue with. And only very recently I realized that the thing to do is to turn the ring itself with the lights in it up toward the drop ceiling, because that way the light is diffused. You'll see in some of the videos before this one that when the iPad changes the color balance and it gets a little orangey or red sometimes, my face gets dark. Well, that doesn't happen now when that happens. And one of the reasons, of course, is that in the new studio, the current setup I'm using right now, there are two ring lights. This really gives me bounce lighting, fills everything in very, very nicely, and I'm very pleased with it. Also, you can't, I don't think, well, yeah, you can see it. You can see, well, no, you can't see it. You can see it in the photograph. Under the TV, there's a blue vase, and that is what I'm using to rest a second iPad on with which to change the slides. I just have to reach over and tap it when I want to change the slides. And this is sturdier than a small tripod that I was using until yesterday, in fact. The first one I used this setup on, actually, was How Does the Sunday Law Come? Which, by the way, if you haven't seen that, watch it. It's full of important information you need to know. So that's the studio. This is how it goes, how it works. I'm going to do some edits here, shoot some more things with the iPhone and put it all together. And I hope you're blessed by it. And more than that, I hope you'll be blessed by the videos that are here now and the many more that will be coming this year, Lord willing. I generally do 2 a week, so sometimes 3. So subscribe so you get the notifications. And I want to just wish you all a blessed and happy new year, a holy new year, a new year where you can soar to the new heights, as Isaiah talked about, as an eagle flies in Christ, to get past sin, to put this stuff away, because pretty soon, friends, probation's going to close. It doesn't seem like it's too far off from the events going on. This last couple of years with COVID and so on have really moved the time clock forward, and things are going to happen quickly now, I'm sure. So be blessed. Happy New Year. Tonight, instead of watching the ball drop on Times Tower, have a prayer meeting if you're awake. Me, I'm going to be sound asleep. This old man has to get his rest. And you too, and I pray that we will meet soon, and if not here on earth, in heaven when Jesus comes. Maranatha.